it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is the mental health as on tag video. Now I hope I got the name of it right. This is about the third or fourth attempt to film this because of two children who are setting my mental health going sky high. But I was tagged in this by all three of the creators of this. I think the mental health one is so important to me because of everything that I'm going through, my own personal thing, and I just think it's really, really important to be talking about mental health and supporting each other, increasing the awareness, increasing the support, and just basically being there for each other. So let's go on with the questions. So why do you like reading books about mental health or featuring characters living with mental illnesses? I said I think I find it quite interesting. I find it quite helpful with my mental health. It helps me put things into perspective. It helps me understand what other people are going through, not just what I'm going through, and it helps make things make sense. I've been diagnosed with various mental health problems over the years. I know people in my life that have got various mental health problems, and I want to be able to support them. I want to be able to understand what they're going through. I want to have the information behind me, and I think I want to share the awareness and support others because that is most important to me. I think it's sharing the love right now more than ever. I want to make sure that everyone I know is supported and cared about. And the only way I can do that is if I have the information behind me so that I'm not giving the wrong advice and not being negative. Because we need positivity, we need encouragement. We can't physically hug each other right now, which is what I would love to do. So these books are going to give me the information so I do not say the wrong thing. Which, trust me, I do quite a lot. I am renowned for putting my foot in mouth. And that's a bit of a bad thing with me. Number 2, what aspects of mental health or mental illnesses do you wish were discussed more in books? To me, I think it was PTSD and anxiety, but PTSD especially right now is springing out to me because I've just recently been diagnosed with it. I have come out of quite a lot of health problems. In my video that I will come up when I talk about my story over the last year, I will explain it in real detail. But I don't think with PTSD, when it talks about it in books, it talks about people having it. So many people have it. It's well known. But they don't diagnose coping strategies. There is not enough out there to help people that are going through it. They just say, oh, you've been through a crap time, you've had it hard, you've got PTSD. Or you're depressed after something big. But how are you going to get out of it? I've not yet to find a book that's given me clear information about how I'm going to get out of this, or clear understanding about what people go through and how they come out the other side. It talks about people when they're in the depths of PTSD, but it doesn't talk about how they get out of it and what life is like after it, because it never ever goes away, trust me. I've had it a lot longer than I ever thought I did, and it never has gone away. And I really wish that it could, and that I could see people getting through it, and that people were aware that just because you've had it once, or just because you've had one big bad thing that set it off, it ever leaves you, because trust me guys, it doesn't, and I want that to be out there. Number 3, do you read any non-YA contemporary books that talk about mental health or mental illnesses, e.g. non-fictional classic? Yeah, to me, I read a lot of historical fiction and non-fiction about mental health. Historical fiction can talk about various things, because in the past people did have these things. Yes, they weren't labelled. I'll show you a book. He had PTSD, he went through hell, he came out of it, he had depression, he had to go through stuff. People have gone through anxiety. There is a book I'm reading currently where she's going through a hard time, and it just really isn't there. And like, I think it really talks about it, and it makes you think that if they went through it back then without these diagnoses, without the support we've got now, and they got through it, we can get through it. And right now, yeah, it's really important, and I find that quite interesting. Non-fiction books, I've just finished The Prison Doctor, and again, you are seeing so many things in that book about so many people that are in prison that have all these different problems, the anxiety side of it, and it really helps you, understand. I think it's very important. So the next one is 4, have you ever read a book about mental health which has a profound impact on you? If so, which one? Now I'm going to talk about 2, and I'm going to admit something that I have never spoken about on BookTube, because I never had the courage, but you guys have given me the courage to admit something. Now, Queenie has had a profound impact on me. I read Queenie not very long ago. I don't have it, it's my sister's book, but it had a very profound impact on me because Queenie sleeps around. She had a breakup with a black boyfriend, and she sleeps around because she thinks sex is something she's good at, and so she hides in it. She thinks that all she is worth is her body, and that she treats her body with no respect. And if I'm being honest, I was like that once upon a time. Probably about 20 odd years ago. I think it was about 20 odd years ago. Pretty much exactly 20 years ago. I came out of an abusive relationship, and my partner at the time made me feel very unattractive. He was very bullying, and the only thing that he made me feel I was good at sex. So after him, I did some things. I slept around. I was very careful. I did use protection, so please, I wasn't like that with Queenie, and I'm not going to glamorise what she does, because I think that to me is very hard, because you should always take care of your body in that way. But it triggered a lot of memories, because it triggered memories of me doing that to myself, and that I thought I was worth nothing. I thought I was worthless. So that had a lot of memories, and it's only thanks to Chris, my current partner, and another ex-boyfriend, that made me realise that I was worth more than that, that I was better than I believed I was. So thank you, Chris. Then there's the other side of me, the side of me that has had a mum that I'm now a mum, and I had postnatal depression, especially after Mia, and this book reminds me of that. Why Mummy Drinks. She is hitting 39, she's drinking a lot. Don't we all? Right now, I wish I could drink, and I think if I wasn't on my medication, I'd probably be having several glasses of wine. But I know that I went through a period in my life after Mia and after Thomas, where a glass of wine was quite handy quite often at one point, and I related to that. So, yeah, I wasn't an alcoholic again. I'm really, really worried you guys are going to judge me and think I'm an awful person. I was able to, I had friends that got me out of all these situations, but yeah, these books have really had an impact on me. Next one is, who are some creators that talk openly about mental health, booktubers or book bloggers? Now, obviously, we've got the co-hosts of this mental health one, so we've got Simone, Nicole, Victoria. They are all three of them very open about their own mental health problems. Simone's one of my booktube little sisters, and I love her. She was one of the first ones that reached out to me and became a friend. Then Nicole, then Victoria, and they're all amazing. They're all honest, supportive, informative, and real, and I love that. And then we've got Charlotte from Books and Bargains. Again, she did videos on after her own health after operation. She didn't glamour it. She said when she had a hard time, she was honest, she was real, and I love her. Then we have Gaia and Clint. Now, Gaia from Gaia Athena she's on the autistic spectrum. I don't want to give her a label, because that's not my place to do that. But she does suffer from anxiety. She suffers from depression. And she is honest with her subscribers. She's honest with people. But do you know what else? She's someone that in the background sends me messages. I'm here for you. I'm sending hugs. Different country, but I tell you what, she's a lovely lady, so please check her out. Then we've got Clint from Reads Readers, who is such a lovely man. I really love him to pieces. And he's been honest with his own depression and his own anxieties. He's having a little bit of a break. I think he's busy over in America at the moment, but please check him out, because he's lovely. Next one is, have you ever read a book about mental health that negatively portrayed mental health? If so, which one? And to me, it's Mad Girl by Bryony Gordon. I read it last year for Mental Health-a-thon, and I found that it glamorised certain aspects of mental health. I think she name drops quite a lot, and she thinks that name dropping makes everything that she's done alright. She thinks she puts all these names in, and it just annoyed the hell out of me. I wanted to rip the book up. Yes, she talked about mental health, and yes, it was informative, but the way she does it, to me, it glamorised it, and mental health shouldn't be glamorised. It should be supportive and true. Number 7. Which is your favourite book genre or to read when you're struggling with your mental health? Now, I never thought I'd say this. You guys know that last year I went away from chick lit. I moved away. I broadened my horizons. But with everything that's going on, I have been reaching out to... I got this book from a friend. I've been reaching out to chick lit. I've been reaching out for that comfort book. So when I'm having a hard time, I pick up a chick lit and it helps. I never, ever thought I would do that. I never thought I would go back. But do you know what? It's okay. It's okay to go to a comfort genre. Charlie's doing it. My sister's doing it. And I know plenty of other people who have got going for the comfort. Certainly with mental health going on right now, I'm reaching out for my chick lits to help me go out. Then we've also got historical fiction. Sneaky peek about what I'm reading next month. Love my wartime fiction, especially wartime fiction, because the things that people went through in the war, again, helps put things into perspective for me, and it helps me realise that I can do this. And then lastly, the good old Harry Potter series. I read that every night. It's my comfort. It's my big huggy arms around me at bed. It's the thing that if I read it when I go to bed, I feel warm and cosy. I go back into that Harry Potter world, and I'm home, and I am not here. I'm not with everything that's going on. I am somewhere safe, and I'm away from it. I'm in a different world. So I love my Harry Potter. Next one is there any mental health books that you wish your younger self could read? Yeah, I wish I could read this one. Turtles All the Way Down. I'm going to be reading it this month. It was another book I read for Mental Health Salon last year, and oh my goodness, she has got OCD, she has got a lot of mental health problems, but do you know what, this girl Aza, she is so lovely, and she is such a warm person, and I wish that I would have had that strength. I wish I would have seen what I was going through, what I was like back when I was a teenager, because I also had anxiety. I had routines, I had structures. If I didn't have my OCD, I had OCD, and if I would have known that I wasn't stupid or dumb or strange or weird, maybe I would have coped with it better than I did, rather than going down the routes that I went down. So yeah, I wish I would have read that. I love this book, it's brilliant, and I'm so looking forward to rereading it. Now, is there any mental health books you are yet to read but want to? I'm reading it this month. You guys know I'm reading it this month. Holly Bourne, Am I Normal Yet? You guys all talk about it, you all rave about it, you all go on about how brilliant it is. So I had to pick it up. I had to read it, and I can't wait to read it. I can't wait to read it this month. I think I might zip it up a bit quicker on when I'm going to read it this month. I don't quite know exactly how quickly I'm going to pick it up, but definitely up there, definitely one I will need to read. Now the next one is to tag fellow booktubers who talk about mental health on their channel. I know that so many of you have been tagged, and I don't want to put any pressure on you. I'm going to say some names. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, I understand. I'm going to say Clint from Read Readers, Berna from Berna's Bookish Adventures. I know neither of those guys are doing this mental health. Linda from Linda's World of Books. I'm actually going to tag Chloe. Chloe, I know you're a good friend. I wonder if you could do this. I think you would be really good at this. Go for it. But if you're not tagged, please feel free to do it anyway, because this is a great tag video. It's great to support people with mental health. It's a great readathon. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Simone. Thank you, Victoria. And by the way, thanks again for tagging me, all three of you, when you did tag me, because you all made me cry. And God, Chris was ready to go mad because I was crying so much after being tagged for this. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.